Hi and welcome to our league match that will start in a second against Kosmos FC. Let's see if I've missed it. It was due at this afternoon. I'm in the early afternoon FA, and we've been online all afternoon and till now, but I have to not be online anymore. I've been on for 12 or 13 hours straight. So, more than that. Since 8 AM. 13 hours, a bit over 13 hours straight. So, can't wait anymore, so I've got to play the match. It's against Kosmos FC. This is one of those rare situations where you're only 12 matches into a season, and actually we'd just take a draw. If offered a draw right now, we'd just take it. And that doesn't happen very often. Not when you're one of the best teams in the league. You always sort of be thinking, we want to try and get the win and try and sort of convert some draws into wins and some to losses. But in this instance, it's just one of those rare circumstances where it looks like we've only got one other title contender at the moment, at least, and that we'd just rather come away with the draw. Basically, it's just especially when we're away as well. So it's just one of those rare circumstances. So we've got to keep that in mind. I think bearing that in mind, I think we will start this match with just being a little bit more solid defensively, and we'll see how it goes at the start. Now, this is the mistake that we actually made in the I felt that we made in our San Separio Cup match when we got knocked out, that we should have started like this instead. And we started more attacking, and we actually conceded 2 goals early and ended up losing. So let's see if it goes different for us this time against a better team, starting defensively. And it seems so. I mean, obviously we're lucky that we have scored off of our first shot. So we'll keep that in mind, but so far it seems the plan wasn't necessarily to get lucky, and obviously it's great that we've got lucky and scored off our first shot, but the plan generally was just don't go 2 goals down early. And that seems to have worked well, and we're very, very lucky to be winning now. And I think we just want to slow that tempo right down now, because we know full well that we're incredibly fortunate to be winning 2-0, and we just need to identify, acknowledge that fact. We're lucky to be winning. Let's just maximise that good luck to our advantage as much as possible. And right now we're controlling the match a bit. They're not creating a lot, so as long as we keep them creating nothing, we'll hopefully should win from here, it seems. And that could be the nail in the coffin. I think, in fact, we're lucky to be winning 3-0, but at the end of the day we are controlling the match. We're not lucky to be winning, very lucky to be winning 4-0, and this is just game over. But I don't think we want to be resting our best players yet, because we absolutely have to win this match. And we will just chat to him after, I guess, because we want to make sure that we win. And we get distracted too easily, end up chatting. And I think here there's still big decisions to be made. It feels like there is an opportunity to still make mistakes. but I still feel that we'll really regret it if we throw this one away. So I think for now at least, I think we can press them now as well, because we've got 3 subs, we've got a lot of energy, so we can start letting our guys sort of run their legs out a bit and make these subs. Decisive, absolutely decisive, that decision to change to this formation at the start, I think. We normally go a lot more attacking, but I think that was a big decision to set up like this and to just better sort of control the middle of the park, better just be more stable and you know, essentially expose the weakness of our own formation really, because he plays a very similar formation to us. So but yeah, let's not make any. I mean, there's other matches where we've had 12 shots, 7 on target and not scored a goal as well. Plenty of them actually. So we're very, very lucky to be no more distractions. Very, very lucky to be winning here like this. But I do feel like we have won now, so we can afford to rest players. So I do think that Arellano can come off here. Maybe Tinkler should be our penalty. Oh my gosh. Tinkler should be our penalty taker. Oh no, who was that? Tinkler. Well, we wouldn't have rested him anyway. Let's just put Hazard on. And I think James becomes a penalty taker. Could be worse though, it's just a knock, so now I think it's sort of all over, so it's just we might have maybe the correct decision. I'll sub our keeper off there, by the way. That's just a quick mistake. Very conscious of the fact that everything becomes so much harder for us if our keeper gets injured. Because our backup keeper, whilst we've got a decent backup keeper, is definitely a big step down from our. Oh my gosh! What am I doing? Oh my gosh! The tackling was aggressive all that time. Oh my gosh! That's crazy bad. Really bad. Oh, and that knock was because of that. It was all unnecessary. Oh, that's so bad. I'm sure you're watching this screaming at me. Why you still have aggressive tackling? You're 6-0 up, you idiot. It should just count our lucky stars that nobody got injured. I think that's what we should be doing here, because that was just, oh my gosh, so bad. Oh, that just, there's no point in even talking about how great our decision was to set up like this, because that was just a really blatantly obvious mistake of pretty big magnitude. It could have really, I mean, I'm sure we got cup matches and everything coming up that could have just destroyed our whole cup season, getting their key player injured for 5 matches or something. Oh my gosh. don't even know if it's even worth talking about what we did well, because that mistake is just so huge. However, I guess we should. So the key decision, I think, was just to learn from our mistakes when we got knocked out of the Sans Perel Cup, and in a similar match to that, to set up differently in all the ways that we said that we should have when we lost that one, to say that we should start basically like this, because Lee can go up to the wing, because we can basically change to be more attacking, we can change things up. So if we have a bad start and they end up winning 1-0 or 2-0 or whatever the case may be, and things aren't working, we can then change it to be more attacking to try to come back into the match. But if you start more attacking and they score and you're losing, then it can be really difficult to change to be more defensive when you're losing, when you need to try to get goals to come back into the match. It can make your life really difficult, and I think absolutely we made the right choice here, and we won really comfortably because of that. That was a big mistake. And we even got a player with the knock, subbing him off, saying, "Oh, blah 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 blah," and all the meantime it's aggressive tackling. Oh my gosh, awful, terrible. However, looking at the bigger picture in the league now, we've got that gap now. We can lose 2 matches. Is that right? If we lose 2 matches, we will have dropped. No, we can lose 3 matches. So now we can lose 3 matches and would still be tied top, basically, assuming that Kosmos doesn't drop any more points. It was actually a pretty huge result, really. Huge. And the other thing is that they were the only team that realistically could also have caught us on goal difference. So that's just made a massive goal difference swing there as well. 12 goal difference swing. So before that match, our goal difference would have only been plus 12 over them, but now it's plus 24. It's huge. So I think that pretty much makes it that they can't really, I guess anything's possible still at this point, but the fact that we've got that lead plus that goal difference, I think it plays even more into our advantage, obviously. I think we're in a really, really strong position in the league, obviously. But I fully expect that at some point when we're making these mistakes, leaving that aggressive tackling on the whole match, at some point we're not going to be able to make these mistakes and get away with it, and we'll be punished. And when we get punished, then our goalkeeper could have just got injured for 5 matches then, and that could have turned the tides of our whole season. We got, like we said, got cup matches coming up. Cup Holders Cup is the big thing that we're left in for this season. It just could have really scuppered our season. I think in the league we're looking okay. However, we've had similar runs before, and we do hit that little patch always where we don't get a result from 2 or 3 or 4 games in a row, and when that happens, Kosmos will be there waiting, basically. So, and for whatever reason, it's always the case that Jazz FC just always finish the season. I don't know what is going on there, why he always finishes the season really strong, but that always happens. So, but at the moment, as you can see, the fact that we've just won every match, the longer we can continue to do that, I think we are building up a pretty nice safety net, a pretty nice cushion here. So that's great. So thanks for watching, and catch you for the next match.